This manufacturing company not only offers an extensive lineup of top-notch replacement parts, but they also deliver customer-designed products tailored to the unique needs of the aerospace community. Welcome to McFarlane Aviation, and welcome to one more episode of Builder Nation. For today's agenda, we have Dave, founder at the company developing innovative solutions for aircraft service problems. So welcome, Dave. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining the podcast today.
Oh, thank you very much, Elisa, for inviting me. I'll give you a little history. I started flying airplanes when I was 16 years old, started in high school. I progressed on there, got the different ratings and licenses, things over the years, and became a crop duster pilot, an AM pilot. We did that for 25 years. And while we were doing this, I also became a mechanic, A&P, AI, where we did inspection, repair work. We'd buy airplanes that are wrecked, wind damaged, and things like this, totally rebuild them. And in the mid-'80s, it come to our attention that our customers were complaining that the parts weren't lasting long enough, and they were very expensive for what they were. We made a determination to start improving the parts, making them out of better materials, and lowering the price, making them more economical to the customer. Airplanes are unique creatures in that they have a long service life. The average lifespan of an aircraft is 80 to 100 years. And so there is an awful lot of effort goes into keeping that airplane flying. A lot of parts are needed. A lot of labor goes in to keep them in the air, but they still have the same value as the newer aircraft do. So there's a tendency to these airplanes to be around for a long time, and it justified us going in there and really focusing on the parts aspect of keeping these airplanes flying. Many of the owners are using these airplanes in their business, and keeping that aircraft flying economically is a major concern for them. There was a certain amount of resentment in the industry for the OEMs having a monopoly on the airframe parts on the aircraft. And so we come in there and started competing. We developed all the infrastructure in the business to engineer and improve these parts. One of the major things we fight on the aircraft is vibration. The aircraft engines and the reciprocating, at least, are extremely vibration prone. So a lot of our designs were to improve the vibration resistance of the aircraft. They've always had the philosophy of doing most everything for manufacturing those parts in-house. The reason for that is we can control the quality so well. We have our good inspection processes on our raw material, and then all the other processes, we inspect them very heavily, and we make sure that we get a good part in the end and have very little supply chain problem. The big thing that made our business go to start with the passion for aviation. We love airplanes, we love the people in the industry, and we enjoy doing everything we possibly can to keep those people flying. So our parts are drastically required because many of the flight schools still run the older aircraft to train their students with. And we also now manufacture products for the new production aircraft. We manufacture products for commercial aircraft, 757s, 767s. As we grew, we diversified it more and more. We're focused on a lot on the mid-size, the Caravan type aircraft and the turboprop, the in-between aircraft also. We now have 150 people doing what we started out with 3 people, but we still have the very same goals we started with. The same effort goes into making the best possible part, and we just try to get more of it and make more customers happy.
Dave, I think it's amazing what you have built over the years. And I will say that it's been definitely a great journey with a lot of learnings. I wanted to ask you because I know that you mentioned quality. So how do you ensure the affordability of your products without compromising quality?
The quality is built in. You can't inspect quality. Quality comes from the guy that's doing each step of the operation, whether it's ordering the materials, whether it's inspecting the materials when they come in, or whether the guy's going through each step of the manufacturing process. He's the one that truly puts the quality into the product, and the inspection processes. All we're doing is just checking to make sure that everybody has done their job along the way. Quality is one of the most important things in anything that has to do with aircraft.
Okay. And what will you say sets your manufacturing process apart from other competitors?
Most of the people in the aviation, the parts manufacturing industry, we have to be so diverse in our manufacturing that it is not common in the industry because it requires so many different types of skills, trained people, things like that. We use processes from sewing fabric to make high temperature boots to sheet metal corrugation, machining, spinning metal, shrinking metal down so it can capture other metal. Our flight control cables are a good example of that. And then we have some of our steering system parts that have a swage process as a manufacturer. It's fairly unique. Much of the equipment we use in our manufacturing process is homemade. We figure out what we need in order to make it do this unique job and set it apart.
And what about the pandemic? Did you struggle with supply chain or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Elisa. We survived COVID pretty well. We contained it. We kept working. We did have a lot of our office people, salespeople, work from home, but our productions continued, and we did suffer from that. Some loss of some people, not as bad as most, but we do suffer right now from the supply chain issues. Raw materials more difficult to get. Skilled technicians are difficult to come by. We pretty much hired everybody that we could in our local area, but there still wasn't enough. So what we've done is that we started a training program in company where we bought several manual type machines so that we could hire young, energetic people that have a mechanical aptitude that want to learn a new trade. And we'll put them running our automatic machines with limited control of the production process. Then we take a couple hours a day and let them build parts manually on the manual machines. And we have an online learning process where they can go online and take classes on all the different technology, all the theory behind what they're doing. And slowly these people get up to the stage that they're first-class machinists, capable of setting up the machines and programming the machines and functioning at a high level. We had to set up our own training program within house to fulfill those needs. And it's been working really well for us. And it's also been an advantage for our engineering department. Many of our engineers come out of engineering school and they're very smart on the math and how things are supposed to work and the physics, but they've never had any real on-hands manufacturing experience. So we try to give them a chance to go through the parts of the machining classes so they can understand the tolerances that go.
This sounds like a great experience and a great opportunity for young engineers.
Yes, there's nothing like the hands-on experience. Our best engineers are ones that are also A&P mechanics, that are done mechanical work and understand what fails.
Thank you so much for sharing. And one of the last questions, Dave, I would like to ask you, what do you think this company is the next big company in aviation?
We're growing all the time and are going to be one of the larger ones. We're really focused on distribution now. We have a lot of customers that call us from all over the world, and they would like for us to have the other normal things that need for that aircraft. We now are distributors for oil filters, the carburetors, the starter, the alternators, the vacuum pumps, many different products. And most of that demand comes from our customers saying, I wish you handled this. We're developing hardware because it always takes hardware to install things. And we also manufacture some unique tools to help the mechanics install parts and things like that. Our goal is that we'll become a one-stop shop. Customer can call up and he's going to get everything he needs. A little bit about our service, that's what really drives our customers to us. We believe in the old-fashioned style of service. We don't use your quarter machine when somebody calls and call them back. We have people on the phone that answer the phones continuously, and when the customer calls, we solve their problems. They got questions. We have A&P mechanics that are sitting right in with the salespeople, so they get questions that are technical in nature. So we do everything we can to make sure that that customer has a quick delivery, a good experience. And we keep inventory on hand. When the customer calls, almost most of the time we're going to have it in stock. There's no delays. We try to get that product out to them very quickly. We're sitting in the center of the United States, which makes us pretty easy to ship in all directions. And then we have our foreign distributors in different countries that take care of their geographical areas. We try to give good worldwide support to all different.
Yeah, I agree on the customers first policy. So thank you so much for sharing that. And last but not least, do you have any advice for future entrepreneurs or people starting on this aviation path?
Oh yeah, there's so much potential out there. There's so many different types of businesses. They need passion. Basically what it takes to make a business go You got to have a love for what you're doing. And if you love what you do, it's never work. And you can always find better ways of doing things. And the potential out there is tremendous. It does take sacrifice and some hard work, long hours normally. But if you're passionate about your business, you can make it work.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here today, Dave. Do you have any social media handles? Where can people find you or the company?
Well, the company is McFarlane Aviation Products. Our website is McFarlaneAviation.com. We try to keep our website up to make it the easiest and most user-friendly experience possible.
Thank you so much for sharing. We'll make sure to stay in touch. And remember, guys, that you can also find more information, interesting articles, interesting interviews, just like this one with Dave, directly on our website, contrahub.com/builder-nation. We would love to hear from you. And once again, Dave, thank you so much for being here today and for sharing your experiences with us.
Yes, thank you, Elisa. I enjoy your show.